us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. I'm keeping this in trudging together. This is one of those where, it's going to be opinionated, so it doesn't really need to be in other groups, right? They need, and this is part of, what I want to talk about. I'm going to do some cleaning here. This is part of what we're going to be talking about. Let's start with, names. There's a lot of, because there's so much recovery stuff out there now, everybody's trying to get these names. And I've noticed that some of these names are very unthinking. Like, what's one I saw? Detox Junkie. Reckless recovery. Okay. If they can't even start if they can't start correctly, even with their name, then how much thought are they really putting into it? Right. How much thought? I don't think anybody's going to show up for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Not everybody likes to listen to me rant. Some people do. I'm not as ranty as I used to be, like from 6 months ago even. So I think one of my New Year's resolution is to get a new. I've had this for 5 years, man. I've put this through a lot. Every day. So, yep, time for a new one. They're $12.50. Hint, hint. All right. With that 3-minute mark, let's go and get started. Welcome. Third time's a charm. Welcome. There it is. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Looks like we got some people joining. Haven't really started yet. I talked a little bit about names, and we'll do a little bit of repeating on that. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. On this one, you are not required to. If you want to watch anonymously, go for it. I don't go back and look to see who watched it and stuff. I don't do that. I used to, but what's the point? All right. Also, please share your opinions, man, on the rewatch or anything. You see, this is about starting a conversation. It's about using our voice. It's about understanding that there are things wrong in Colorado and that it is up to us. It is up to the people in recovery to make these changes. Okay. It's not as fun when nobody's here. For all I know, that number is wrong. So check one other thing. Then we get started. I'm just putting off getting started because nobody's here. All right. I'm going to do it. So what I propose, and I think, hey, Ingrid, good. Somebody's here. It just makes it so much easier. Hi, Ingrid. Yeah, I told you it was a rant. I let you know it was a rant because I know that you appreciate them. So the ideas that I present, that I've been presenting to Colorado, and the things that I do, they're not new. Okay. And I know people are like, well, we can't go back to the way it was. Bullshit. No, we need to go back to the way that it is supposed to be. Why are we 48th? Why? Okay. I'm going to tell you exactly why the politicians in our state. Okay. Politicians in our state just voted that we can't vote for the president that we want to. Okay. This is the kind of bullshit in Colorado. People think Colorado is a progressive state. No, we are not. We are Oregon. We are Florida. We are California, all rolled up into one. Right? We have a lot of people that have come in and become politicians, and they're from California, Oregon, and these different places. They don't belong here. Okay? Our sober livings are unregulated. Our recovery coaching, our peer support specialist program, unregulated. Why? Okay. Dora is supposed to take care of this. Okay. I don't know if you have a Dora in your state or if it's just our state, but for here, what Dora is supposed to do is they're supposed to keep these people accountable and ethical. Okay. Now in 2020, I guess there was a vote on whether they were going to be regulated or not. And Dora, being as smart as they are, asked all the people that are doing it whether they should be regulated. And surprise, surprise, the answer was no. I've seen the list that they went out to these people. Half these people are the problem. They're the problem. So Dora decided, oh, it would be really smart to give a bunch of unhealed alcoholics and addicts power and control over people's lives and money. Whoa. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay. So, back in the 90s, I'm going to keep this part short. Back in the 90s, I worked detox. We were number 7 in the country. We were always in the top 10 in the 90s. And I'll tell you why. Because there were people in recovery working at detox. I know I've been shouting this for years, but clearly it needs to be said more. Oh, nice cracking. Oh. And I would get a caseload, and if somebody wanted to go to treatment, I sent them to treatment immediately. There was no wait time. Okay? There should never be a wait time. Okay. So what happened? Well, the first thing that happened was the president of the United States came along, told all the detoxes, they said, instead of a success rate, which keeps you accountable and helps the most people because that's more altruistic, instead, what we're going to do is we're going to pay you even more money to hire people with bachelor's degrees. Okay. Because of that move, I'm going to tell you something. It almost killed me. See, I went to detox 22 times in 2 years begging for help. And all they ever gave me was a piece of paper. That's it. These people didn't know how to talk to me. Why? Because they were non-alcoholic. And thank God I knew about AA or I'd be dead. There's no way I would have made it. Right? Just imagine if I knew about AA, but I didn't know what it was like. Well, they never even suggested AA. There wasn't even AA meetings at the place. Okay. So what was the second thing that happened? So they make that change, right? What's the next thing that happens? The people in AA say, okay, all right. No, sorry. I think I just pissed off a baby boomer. That's right, baby boomers. Thanks. Thank you for doing that and allowing it. Gen X, thank you. Thank you for not giving a fuck about except for yourselves. Great job. And look what you've done. Thanks. So great. Fucking assholes. Okay. Now, there was another person that saw the problem with this. Okay. That person was my stepfather. And they drove him out of this business. Oh my God. The amount of mental anguish they put that man through pisses me off. And I know who these people are. And what they didn't know was Dion is his stepson. And Dion gives a fuck about his stepdad. I know who they are. And they're in Adams County, where I'm at now. Okay. So that's the other thing that happened. Did you know that on their resources, AA, most resources don't have AA on them? Huh. They don't want them to go to AA because then you're going to find out the truth. You don't need them. You don't need them. You don't need an RCO. You don't need a recovery coach. You don't need a peer support specialist. All you need is a sponsor and a couple of closed mouth friends, and you will make it in this program. And I know that from experience. Okay? Let me give you a little rundown of how things work now. Because see, it's all about inclusivity and blah, 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 blah. Okay? There's a set of people out there, and what they do is they grab these young people in AA and they pull them out and say, hey, you don't need this. We're going to turn you into a recovery coach. There's a new way. It has no accountability, not much on ethics, and as long as you stay positive, you'll be great. It's a setup. It's a fucking setup. Then they charge these people to become a recovery coach. And went from $450 to $1,200 for a certificate that isn't worth shit. It isn't worth anything. Okay? Medicaid pays about $17. Okay? Now, Doris said, we're going to unregulate them. Or we're not going to regulate them. And I said, well, there's going to be Medicaid fraud. And it happened. $87,000. $87,000. Okay. Now, not calculator. $87,000. We're going to take $87,000 and we're going to divide it by 17 because that's how much they pay per contact. That means that there were 5,117 fraudulent processes. Over 5,000 of them. Okay, is that adding up? We all know it's about money. That's why I'm not bringing up money. Okay? I'm talking about change and the change that needs to be made. Why is my sister saying sorry? Okay. Al-Anon. Al-Anon isn't contacting me back. See, that's the problem here. Al-Anon's so small and there's no ality. Why? Because there were people peddling in it. Any of that stuff happens in my club, I tell you now, I will grab you by your ear. I will toss you out, and you're lucky if I don't start kicking you. Okay? I'm tired of this stuff. Tired of it. And I'm especially tired of people telling me I'm incorrect. I know I'm right. One alcoholic helping another alcoholic is the number one way. So the question is why are we not doing it? We all know the answer, but nobody wants to do anything about it. They're like, oh no, we're just gonna let Dion take care of it. He's got it. He's so great and he's everything. Oh, I love his passion. No, you're fucking scared. Fear. Fear's the fucking problem. Sorry, I almost swore. I may swear, but I try not to use God's name in vain. Gotta have a limit, right? Okay. I know I'm crazy. I already know. I don't need people telling me. I know exactly how crazy I am. I know exactly how dangerous I am. Okay. So what I need is some people in Colorado grab some fucking courage and come help me out, man. I'm the only peer there. I'm the only one. I'm the only person going against them saying, no, this is not correct. So where are you? Where are you? Where are all these people that are doing great things in Colorado? Where are you? Because I haven't met you. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I may lose some friends for this, man. Come on. If you truly believe in what I do, then reach out. Stop being a weak fuck. Just stop it. Weak is just, it drives me crazy. We're better than this. We're a lot better than this. But I know that I'll never have enough people on here that this is ever going to make a difference. So that's the frustrating. And I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not really mad. I'm just frustrated. I'm tired of, it started with, I got a message from a body broker. And I'm like, how intrusive. He said, well, you interacted with one of my posts, so you automatically get this message. Yeah, how intrusive. And then I proceed to tell him, hey, I'm not trying to be rude, but there's a lot of predators out there. I hope you're not a body broker. I'm still waiting on an answer. I don't care who you are. I will call you out. If you are not doing the right thing, if you are playing around with our ethics and you are playing around with other people and it is in a situation where it may hurt or kill them, I will come after you. I will say something. I don't fear you. I grew up in the system. I grew up around very dangerous people. Okay? I am a manufactured person of the streets. And if there was one guy in our 3 p.m. meeting and he threatened another guy. He started threatening me, and I told him, dude, don't threaten me. I will take you up on your offer. I will give you my address. And when you get over here, I will beat you. Don't. We must understand this. I'm not a violent person, but I will stand up and say something. I will do something. I will not tolerate people bullying other people in the program. I won't. I will boot you. And that's how the club's going to be run. You step out of line and fuck around, I'm going to kick you out. Period. You'll be gone for 30 days. You do it again, it'll be for good. And all I need to do is just go ask the 2 biggest guys to grab you and toss you out. Okay? I really think a lot of people have some internal things to look at. Here's the first thing. Here would be a good indication. If you don't know your traditions, you better get on them. Yeah. I come on here and I read the traditions all the time. All the time. So there's no reason to not know them. All right. Yeah, you too. Thank you, Ingrid. I'm wrapping up. I love you. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Peace out and have a day.